Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So here's a quick question for you. Have you heard about player ratings in Sidus Heroes? Well, they are over profitable. So fair to say, it's not easy to hit the top, but it's still worth trying because you can get valuable gems and rare items, also called Mutagenitors. I know that you're intrigued, so watch this guide until the very end and I'll explain to you how to make it to the top 5 of ratings on a daily basis. And I also invite you to watch our previous Sidus Heroes guides, as we have a complete database about this entire metaverse. So let's get it on. Until recently, there were only 3 permanent ratings with rewards in Sidus Heroes metaverse. So these were investor ratings, Senate token deposit, and Sidus token deposit. Players were competing for rare gems as rewards, with the top 5 actually getting these items. Ratings are updated every day, so in theory, you can get valuable rewards even without playing. But things have changed drastically after the 6 new player ratings were introduced. And now, every single day, we have from 1 to 6 ratings that change daily and randomly. So these are Voltron max damage, Ogre max damage, and Raptorian max damage, as well as common, epic, and legendary max damage. The first 50 ranks in the rating category receive rewards in Sidus token, and yeah, that's not even all. The developers introduced a new awesome item called Mutagenetor, and this is the device to upgrade your replicants. Yeah, you heard me right. You can turn common replicants into epic and legendary, and that's just amazing. Of course, more details you can find in the official Sidus Heroes website. So basically, you don't need to purchase expensive NFTs right now to increase your collection rarity and gain access to Sidus gates. Mutagenitors consist of 14 parts and are exclusively available in daily ratings, thus, well, obviously increasing the value of the latter. The catch is, new items are only available until November 10th. So if you want to upgrade your replicants, you should act right now. Okay, let's get down to the business. So to get your hands on Mutagenitor parts, rare gems, or Sidus tokens, you have 2 ways. So either be ready to deposit a lot or pray for luck in the battle arena. And as it happens, I know how to help you, so listen closely. Starting off with deposit ratings, and well, this one is not going to be simple as you need to deposit money without an option to withdraw. However, if you're going serious about Sidus Heroes and you're ready to be a solid module investor, so why not? This is your way. First, let's take a look at the rewards list for Sidus and Senate deposits. So, Sidus deposits look the most attractive. They can be used to buy new drop boxes with Xena NFTs inside or to be invested in modules. But the competition here is quite high, so to get into the top 3, you will have to deposit at least 20,000 Sidus tokens. Senate deposits are a good alternative here. You see, with a relatively small amount, you can get into the rankings and the competition here is often lower. I think a few thousand Senate tokens should be quite enough to get you into the top 3. Okay, I've also prepared some tips for you, so here is the first one. Make sure to evaluate opponents and deposits in the last half an hour before the closing. At this time, the real competition begins, believe me. Also, remember that your deposits will be credited for some time depending on the blockchain and internal processes. And lastly, well, be prepared to spend some more money that you actually have planned. Okay, it is almost impossible to hit investor rating unless you have 3 legendaries in your pocket. So why are you even watching this, whale? Okay, I promise you an easy way to the top, so I'm giving that to you. We are moving to player ratings. Okay, if you think that you can get into the rating without prior preparation, well, I feel sorry for you. With the first place, every day they give $170 in Sidus tokens, and this is very impressive. Therefore, player ratings become just fierce competition. Well, just take a look at the rewards list and you will understand everything. Already drilling? Well, too bad they've temporarily disabled Sidus rewards because of ratings abusers. But you're still eligible for gems in Mutagenitors. As you can see yourself, you should approach ratings as seriously as possible. And by the way, I've prepared some important ingredients for success, so you better be writing this down. Okay? So first, correct team, correct equipment, and the right opponent and the situation. Let's start off with team composition. For the max damage rating, we focus on racial abilities. Guns will not provide so much damage. So the damage dealer, aka DD, if you didn't know, so they must be fully leveled in attack. Well, preferably at Freshman or Catalyst. Ogre with max points in defense is also a must. For the Voltron rating, you can take an additional Volto so that he imposes a critical damage buff. Speaking of gadgets, the defense gadget is extremely important here. So if you are a happy owner of 3+ defensive overlay, then you are guaranteed a prize. Also, equip a kinetic weapon in the hand of a DD. It will give you +5% of critical chance. By the way, while testing, we found out that so far, neither the railgun nor the aura really works. But believe me, that in the future updates, this will be fixed and the critical chance will improve significantly. Speaking of battle conditions, your ideal option is the Hyper Prism fight so that the opponent will let you accumulate 10 energy points. An alternative option here is to negotiate through emojis. Of course, we do not recommend this option as it can be regarded as fake match. Anyways, we used emoji please and it helped us, well, maybe because of the popularity among the community or live streams. But anyways, just communicate in Discord, someone will surely help you. Okay, combat strategy and moves. So you need 10 energy points, Ogre's buff, statuses on opponents, Hyper Prism with the right resistance, and of course, a lot of luck. At 10 EP, you put statuses on opponents. For example, burning if you need to get into Voltron ratings. Next, you attack opponents with statuses and also the boss. So feel free to spend all 10 EP in one single turn. It is also important to consider the character's racial abilities for ratings in target resistance. For example, the Raptorian needs low HP, Ogre needs full HP, and to strike the target in the center. And Voltron needs to accumulate max energy and should have an aura from a Voltron comrade. Even if the battle arena conditions aren't ideal, well, it's still possible to make things work. Of course, I'm not talking about the top 5, but top 10 is also great. You think that was the end? Nah, here are a few more tips for you. It is also important to take off the burning status from Raptorian and Voltron, as it negatively affects their damage. And in case you are using Ogre, it's better to have a Voltron in your team and trigger the explosion effect for more damage. Okay guys, I know that it is not simple to compete in ratings, but it is not impossible. All in all, if you don't get into the top 5, top 10 still sounds good. But if you're going to use some, well, let's say tricky ways, be careful. Recently, Sidus team announced a witch hunt for cheaters. They have found hundreds of players who use bots for farming and rating. And all of the rewards were taken away and the next ban will be permanent. Not sure if it's worth it. Anyway, I showed you the shortest way to the top of player ratings. So how to use this information? Well, this is definitely up to you. If it was useful, just like this one, subscribe to the channel, and tell us your strategy in the comment section down below. It was DeFeed channel again, so until next episodes then.